Welcome one and all to this huge special event here on Monster Truck Outlaws. The Ryan Johnson's Monsters of Mayhem boys are here to throw down with the Outlaws to see if they can defeat us here in our home turf. As you see, the guys are already lined up, finishing up pit party festivities. Now, Ryan Johnson, if you guys don't know him, he is big in the diecast monster truck world. If you need some haulers made, he's your guy. He does these custom trucks too. He's a little bit of all-around guy. He's wanting to get his name out there. He reached out to me and he said, "Hey man, let's throw it down with the Outlaws." And I said, "All right, let's get it done." He's wanting to make a name for himself, so you guys show him some love. Lose, win, or draw, he is welcome here in the Outlaw house, and we are getting set to throw it down. We are going to get ready for the flyover and then get right to action. That flyover brought to us by the U.S. Air Force. I appreciate those guys so much. Now here in round one, representing Team Outlaws first to the line, that's Carson Wells in the Bakugan Dragonoid, set to face off against Team Mayhem driver Jackson Brazel and the Avenger. They're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. Let's see who's going to strike first here tonight. Coming down the stretch, Carson had a big lead, and he's going to get the job done and get all the way across the line, putting Outlaws on the board first, Jackson Brazel on the trailer. Up next here, Ryan Johnson's son, Aiden Johnson, is in the Doomsday Machine, set to face off against Team Outlaw driver Keith Cromwell and the Monster Lobster Crustacean. Let's see who can get it done here. They're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. Here they come now. Keith out of shape, but oh, look out. So was Aiden with a front flip. What a save and a piece of driving down there. Problems for Keith Cromwell. Aiden moving on. Up next, representing for Team Outlaws, Ethan Medlin pulls to the line in the Earthshaker Machine, set to face off against Jalen Prazit and the Wrecking Crew out of Team Mayhem. Let's see who's going to get it done here. They're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. There it is now. Here they come down the stretch pretty even. Look out, Jalen's all out of shape, and he's going to roll the Wrecking Crew machine over. And Ethan Medlin with a good-looking run is going to get into round two action. Up next to the line, representing Team Mayhem, that's Ryan Hayward in the original Grave Digger, set to face off against newcomer for the Outlaw crew, that's Christian Bristol in the Samson 1 Chevrolet. These two old school trucks, let's see how they do out here. Here they come down the stretch, they're pretty even. Whoa, look at that. Slapping it on the tailgate, Ryan Hayward, and sticks it right on the cars. That's impressive, but not going to get him the win. Christian Bristol moving on. Up next for Team Outlaws, Mitch Brown brings his Bigfoot to the line, set to face off against Chase Moyes and the Saigon Shaker. Let's see who's going to get it done here now. They're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. Here they come down the stretch. Chase with the big lead. Mitch trying to catch up, but he does not have enough real estate and enough time to get it done. Chase moving into round two action. Now up next, coming out of Team Mayhem, that's Rudy Zilligy in the Black Pearl Chevrolet, set to face off against Todd Sism, representing for Team Outlaws, in the Raging Steel Chevrolet. These two good-looking Chevrolets are getting ready to throw it down. Let's see who's going to get it done. There's the green light. Here they come. Todd with the lead, but he gets a little out of shape, and a good-looking run by Rudy Zilligy. He's going to get it done. Moving on. Up next out of Team Outlaws, that's Ashley Obie in the Time Fly. Shout out to Bob Higgin for that. That's an awesome custom. And she is set to face off against Team Mayhem driver Savannah in the Pastrana 199. Now, they're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. Here they come. Savannah with the lead, but Ashley coming back on her, and she does get it done. Ashley Obie moving into round two action. Savannah going on the trailer. Up next to the line out of Team Mayhem, that's James Valancourt, the old-timer in Northern Nightmare, set to face off against Team Outlaws driver Rich Wagner in the Backdraft. These two here have thrown it down several times before across several different stages. Let's see who's going to get it here tonight. Here they come down the stretch. Rich with the lead. James trying to play catch-up, and he don't have enough room and Rich Wagner is going to get it done. Moving on, James Vaillancourt is on the trailer. Up next out of Team Outlaws, that's John Cadix in the Whiplash Machine, and he is set to face off against Team Mayhem driver Justin Lamb and the Monster Mutt Rottweiler. These two are still fairly new out here. Let's see who's going to get it done, though. Here they come down the stretch. Justin with the lead, but John coming back. Oh, my goodness. That's a close one right there, folks. The first close one of the night here. We're going to have to get the photo finish on that one. And looking here, John Cadix in the Whiplash Machine is going to get past Justin Lamb and moving into round 2. Now coming up next to the line out of Team Mayhem, that's Brian Prazik and the Iron Outlaw, set to face off against the Outlaw, Joshua Wells and the Grave Digger. Now let's see who's going to get it done here. Brian's still getting used to being behind the wheel, and Joshua Wells, you know how he is. Coming down the stretch, here they go. And it's a close finish. Both of them stumbled across the line, but Joshua Wells is going to get there first. Brian with some problems going on the trailer. Well, up next out of Outlaws, that's Aaron Church and the Obsessed Ford, set to face off against Team Mayhem driver Ethan Wagner and the Stone Crusher Ford. Two blue ovals getting ready to throw it down. Let's see who's going to get it done, though. Down the stretch, Ethan with the lead. And some huge air from Ethan, and that's going to cost him as Aaron kept it close or low to the ground and is going to get it done moving on. Well, up next here out of Team Mayhem, that's Donald Price Jr. and Superman, set to face off against Team Outlaw driver Kimberly Cooper and the Son of a Digger. Kimberly's still kind of new out here. Donald is a veteran out here across all the circuits. Let's see who's going to get it done. Can Kimberly get an upset on him? Here they come down the stretch. She's got a lead on him. Oh, look out. Superman's going up and over, and Kimberly Cooper's going to get it done. Superman losing it in the air there, rolling on the lane divider. Up next, coming out of Team Outlaws, that's Blake Willis and the Megalodon Fire, set to face off against Team Mayhem driver Matt Cheever, your boy Shaggy, and the Thrasher Toyota. Let's see who's going to get it done here. We usually see Shaggy in a different ride, but he's in Thrasher tonight wanting to get it done. It's so close. Whoa, what a nosedive for Shaggy, but he gets it done as Blake Willis gets out of shape as well, doesn't cross the finish line. Up next out of Team Mayhem, that's Jason Wook in the Wolverine Chevrolet, set to face off against Team Outlaw driver Mike Canzaneri and the Predator. These two big block Chevrolets ready to throw it down here. Here they come down the stretch looking pretty even. Look out, Mike's in trouble. He's up and over in the Predator. Tried to bring it back around but couldn't save it. And Jason Wook barely gets past the line in the Wolverine. Up next out of Team Outlaws, this is Greg Durbin and the Blacksmith, set to face off against Team Mayhem driver Jason Craddock and the War Wizard. These two old school wheelie trucks are going to throw it down and see who can get it done. There's the green light down the stretch. Jason with a big lead, but Greg coming back on him, and Greg Durbin's going to get it done. And problems right there at the finish for Jason. He doesn't cross the line, but that is still a beautiful-looking War Wizard. Now to close out round 1 action, Team Mayhem driver Steve Jones is in the house in the Captain America, set to face off against Team Outlaws driver Chad Legit and the Brodozer. They're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. Let's see who's going to get the final victory of round 1. Down the stretch, Chad with a little bit of lead, but he gets out of shape. And Steve Jones with a nice-looking pogo rides across the finish line, getting the win. Now we're going to take a look in the pits here real quick. You've seen Aiden in round 1 action there. He done a front flip. The crew's looking over the truck to make sure it's A-OK for round 2 action because he is up next. And they're saying it's okay, maybe a little bit of body damage, but nothing serious. And we are ready to kick off round 2 action. Team Outlaw driver Carson Wells brings the Bakugan Dragonoid back to the line, set to face off against Team Mayhem driver Aiden Johnson and Doomsday. These two youngsters are ready to throw it down. Joshua and Ryan are yelling, "Come on, boys, get it done." Down the stretch, Aiden with the lead, but Carson coming back. They're both out of shape, and we're going to have to get the photo finish on that because, folks, that was close right there. They both got bad out of shape. But Carson Wells and the Bakugan Dragonoid is going to get it done for Team Outlaws moving into round 3. Well, up next here in round 2 action, Ethan Medlin brings the Earthshaker back to the line, and he is set to face off against Team Outlaws teammate Christian Bristol in the Samson 1 Chevrolet. Both of them look good in round 1. Let's see what they can do here in round 2. Down the stretch, Christian with the lead, but Ethan's right there. But Ethan's in trouble as he gets caught up on the lane divider, and Christian Bristol's going to get by him and pick up the win. Up next out of Team Mayhem, that's Chase Moyes in the Saigon Shaker, set to face off against his teammate Rudy Zilligy out of Team Mayhem with that beautiful Black Pearl Chevrolet. Let's see who's going to get it done out of the two teammates. Here they come down the stretch. Rudy with the lead, but Chase trying to come back. Chase pogos it and rides it out. What a close finish down there. I believe Rudy Zilligy got it done. And yes, they're confirming Rudy Zilligy moves on. Well, up next, Team Outlaws driver Ashley Obie pulls to the line in the Time Flies, set to face off against her teammate Rich Wagner in the Backdraft Dodge. Now let's see who can get it done here. Another Outlaw versus Outlaw matchup. There's the green light. Here they come down the stretch now. Rich with the lead, and Ashley comes back on him as Rich kind of loses it in the middle of the track there. Problems for Rich. He doesn't get past the line. Ashley moving on. Coming up next to the line now, that's the Outlaw, Joshua Wells and the Grave Digger, set to face off against another Outlaw driver, John Cadix and the Whiplash Machine. Let's see who can get it done here. These two old school trucks ready to throw it down. Another old school matchup. Here they come down the stretch now. They're both pretty even coming up, and oh, look out, the Digger rolls it. Joshua Wells is going to put Grave Digger on its side. It pogos, and he couldn't bring it back. John Cadix moving on. Well, up next, another Outlaw driver is at the line. That's Kimberly Cooper and Son of a Digger, set to face off against another teammate out of Outlaws, Aaron Church in the Obsessed Machine. They're staged and ready, waiting on the green light. Let's see who's going to move on here. Here they come down the stretch. Aaron with a little bit of a lead. Kimberly coming back, and she's going to get it done. As problems for Aaron as he does not get past the finish line. This Outlaw track is a little bit of a problem here tonight. It's the longest track in Outlaw history. Up next, a Team Mayhem driver comes to the line. That's Matt Cheever and Thrasher, set to face off against another teammate out of Team Mayhem, Jason Woot in the Wolverine Chevrolet. Toyota versus Chevrolet at the line. Let's see who can get it done. There's the green light. Here they come down the stretch. Jason with a big lead, but Matt Cheever comes back on him, getting it done. Moving into round 3 action, Jason Woot is going on the trailer. Now up next here to close out round 2 action, Steve Jones out of Team Mayhem brings the Captain America back to the line, set to face off against the Outlaw driver, Greg Durbin, and the Blacksmith. Let's see who's going to get it done to close out round 2 action. They're waiting on the green light. Here it is now. Here they come down the stretch. Greg with the lead. Steve trying to come back, but look out. Steve's going to put Captain America on its side. Rolls it. He couldn't bring it back. Greg Durbin moves on. Here we are with round 3 action. Carson Wells brings the Bakugan Dragonoid to the line out of Team Outlaws, set to face off against a teammate of Team Outlaws, Christian Bristol in the Samson 1. These two trucks have looked good all night, but only one can move on. Let's see who's going to get it done. Here they come down the stretch. Christian with the lead, but Carson coming back. Problems for Christian as he gets caught up on the lane divider, and Carson Wells moves into the semifinals. Now up next out of Team Mayhem, Rudy Zilligy brings that Black Pearl back to the line, set to face off against Team Outlaw driver Ashley Obie. Now Rudy wants to put her on the trailer because she beat his fiance earlier, but let's see if he can get it done. There's the green light down the stretch. Rudy with a little bit of leave, some big time air by him, and look at that. Ashley Obie gets out of shape and comes into his lane, moves him out of the way, and says, hey, you ain't putting me on the trailer. I'm moving on to semifinal action. Up next to the line, Team Outlaw driver John Cadix is there in the Whiplash, set to face off against his teammate Kimberly Cooper and the Son of a Digger. Both these trucks have looked good all night too, but only one's moving on, so let's see who can get it done. Here they come down the stretch. Kimberly with a big lead. John trying to play catch up, but he plays flip it over instead. Had a bad bounce, tried to bring it back around, but no success. He's up and over. Kimberly Cooper moving on. Now, the only Team Mayhem driver left, that's Matt Cheever and Thrasher, set to face off against Team Outlaw driver Greg Durbin and Blacksmith. Let's see if Matt Cheever can get it done and remain the only one standing for Team Mayhem, or is Greg Durbin going to put him on the trailer? Down the stretch, Greg Durbin with some big-time horsepower, and he's going to put him on the trailer. But hats off to Matt Cheever for being the last surviving Team Mayhem driver. Here we are with semifinal action. Carson Wells brings the Bakugan Dragonoid to the line, and he's set to face off against his mom in the Time Flies. That's Ashley Obie. Now let's see how this is going to go here in semifinal action. Here they come down the stretch. They're dead even, but a bad bounce off the jump for Carson Wells, and that's going to allow his mom, Ashley Obie, to get by him and put herself in the finals, as it is all Team Outlaws here tonight, so we are guaranteed a victory. Now up next to close out semifinals, that's Kimberly Cooper and Son of a Digger set to face off against Greg Durbin in the Blacksmith. Now let's see who's going to get it done here. Kimberly, she actually was in the finals earlier today. Can she get it done again? She's behind trying to play catch up, but she can't do it. Rolls it, and the body comes off the truck. Oh my goodness, what a race there. Greg Durbin picking up the victory, and you see the Outlaw track crew getting the body up, moving it to the pit area. Here we are in the finals. Ashley Obie is in her first finals ever here on the Outlaws, set to face off against Greg Durbin. This is his very first race here on the Outlaw circuit. Who's going to get it done and claim the Mayhem versus Outlaws championship? Either way, Outlaws going to win. Down the stretch, they're dead even, up and over, coming across the line. Oh my goodness, such a close race. We're going to have to get the photo finish on that one. That was very close. And Ashley Obie in the Time Flies is going to get it done, taking home the championship for Team Outlaws. And she is the champion for the Outlaws versus Mayhem show here tonight. There you see she's celebrating with the team in the pits. Wells Motorsports bringing home a big victory. Well, I sure hope you guys enjoyed the Outlaws versus Mayhem. If you haven't already, be sure to shoot the subscribe button, leave a like, check out the Facebook group in the description of the video for a chance to race, and also check out Ryan Johnson. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you down the road.